Yes, Raphael is the newest character to get the spotlight here for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Absolute best turtle, no cap. Uses the side to grab a pizza, throw it off, and let's begin. Dude even uses the side to grab onto the edge. So one of the first things we get to see are these alt costumes. If you guys are over on Twitter, you should follow Diego. He's the NASB 2 art director. He was essentially talking about, though, this costume that's on the left, our left, and that was apparently inspired by the rock and roll and heavy metal Raph toy. Out of all the Ninja Turtles toys I used to have back in the days, you guys, I mean, I was a kid of the 80s and 90s. I never had this one. Some people were actually asking him, and so he did clarify for anyone that this is important to. They're saying, like, hey, with the star over his eye like that, it's supposed to be from Michelangelo. So they're just basically asking, was that confused? Was that intentional? But Diego, the art director, was saying, yeah, we grabbed inspiration from this too. Mixed and matched some of the stuff. But then, of course, you have a slight comic book, you could say, Raphael right there. I think anybody that knows the Ninja Turtles comics from way back in the day, they'll be able to distinguish. But check this out, you guys. So right away, it was actually said that Raphael is the fastest character in the game, which is insane, you guys. For those of us that play Super Smash Brothers, you can already notice Raphael, like, kind of this, like, hodgepodge of a lot of characters. I mean, we're going Sonic the Hedgehog fastest, right? But no, this close-range character, but, like, check this out right here. Kind of Samus a little bit, and that's his up special. But, like, look at his down special, you guys. It's this forward flip to grab basically whoever is first in his way. But if you press a special again, it's going to transition into a kick. So, you know, isn't this kind of seeming like Diddy Kong just a little bit? But then check out his side special right here. I think they actually said that one's called Power Drill, but, you know, a la Meta Knight, at least a little bit. But it's nice with that forward mobility. I think you have a lot of options right there for Raph. I mean, if it wasn't clear, like his moves, just movements, his attacks, you're going to be able to, like, chain these combos really quick. They just go fast. I mean, he was described, right, as, like, aggressive, kind of fiery, fastest character in the game. He's going to be light. So as an extremely light character, you just be careful of all the things that come with being a light character, right? But here we've got this little, like, poke, and that's going to be his down light attack. So it's kind of neat. Look at how when he does the light down attack first, April in this scene actually shields the first one. And so one thing they said about this attack, you're going to see him kind of twirl the sai right here. That's actually if you hold down the attack button. So while you do that, he's actually going to twirl it and it sends the characters up. But if you just quick tap it, he's actually not going to spin the sai, that's a nice touch. But you're essentially going to send foes like at an angle forward and away. Again, I think this is a nice touch. It's really cool. See, like right there, SpongeBob basically fell into the sai. So it seems actually, though, now to transition to his neutral special. That's the shuriken. It was described in the video, the spotlight, as one of his most important tools. And so he throws it downward but like by default, you could say. But then if you charge it, you could look at that. I guess we should say with the slime meter, right? Isn't that what that is, you guys? I'm still getting used to NASB 2. But yeah, they specifically mentioned, like, you know, you could use the shuriken for ledge advantage right here. Like, look at that. That was just extreme, man. So cool. So I feel that it's definitely going to take some finesse, you know what I mean? Like, somebody who's a little bit noobish. I mean, if you really just like that, like, fast character and stuff, maybe noobs could take on the challenge of being Raphael. But again, I use the word finesse. Like, I just feel like it's going to take a little bit more than that surface skill, at least to play a good Raphael. But as we see Donatello right here, we obviously know Donatello is in the game, clearly. I guess for a myriad of reasons. Look at this, too. Had we always seen that? Sometimes I forget what was, like, revealed in the initial trailers and stuff. But Donatello, you can see the eyes right there inside the shell. But yeah, I think, like, a lot of people are wondering the same thing. Like, with Raphael sort of being this aggressive, really fast, although Michelangelo was always considered, like, a fast turtle as well. I think faster to make up for your shorter range, right? But it's just Mikey. Basically, people are just saying, like, it would be neat if all the turtles sort of had their personalities represented in the way that they play in this game. So, like, we've already discussed Raph, but, like, Leonardo, sort of that all-rounder with a sword, your default sword character, maybe. But Donatello, longest range of them all with the bow staff, cool, calculated. Mikey, fast too, as we said, but kind of maybe that mixed up, just wild in everything that he does. But as I kind of play all this spotlight again, we're going to go over some things I saw on Twitter, but doesn't it seem like Raphael is, like, going to be so satisfying to just chain and combo with? I do want to give thanks. I think this is Mush over here on Twitter, created a pretty cool graphic. Some of these I caught as well, but I think we can even find some that I wouldn't have caught, so this is nice. I mean, listen, you guys, like, I was crazy about Ninja Turtles, original Turtles, comics, but some of the stuff that came after, I'm spotty on. But we kind of talked about the costumes with the Mirage Comics color scheme and the heavy metal rocker. But with the side special, that power drill, this was pretty neat because they're saying it's the same move as one of the special attacks in TMNT Tournament Fighters. But it's just like Raphael, I feel feel like he's done something like this before in other games too. You could almost consider like Double Psy in the TMNT GameCube game, you guys. This might be all the turtles, but they're pointing out from TMNT Turtles in Time. Of course, there's Raphael with like the toe damage animation. But this one's cool. I caught this too. If you're looking at the super attacks from Shredder's Revenge, hopefully you guys have played that game, dude. It's so fresh. But look at this with the neutral air, the Nair. You guys, they ended off by saying, if running around at breakneck speed is your style, then pick up Raphael. Couldn't agree more. Love it. Let me know who you guys are thinking is interesting characters and stuff on the roster. And also, if you could, I would so love to voice one of these character spotlights. So anybody want to tweet at Thaddeus for me? Thaddeus Cruz, if you're watching. Kendo for voicing NASB 2. Thanks for viewing.